Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Star Realms Board Game Reviews.
And
today we'll be talking about Star Realms Colony Wars. And this is designed by Darwin Castle and is published by Wise Wizard Games.
That's how I was doing. Alright, so yes, this is a standalone expansion to Star Realms. So you can either play it as a standalone game, or you can mix it in with the original Star Realms. Also, this adds a couple extra player pieces, so you can play it by itself as a 2-player, or you can combine it to make up to a 4-player experience, which is bananas!
Bananagrams.
Alright, so this gameplay itself is very, very similar. In fact, it's identical to Star Realms from a teaching standpoint. So, when our previous review of the base game of Star Realms, I did kind of like a how to play kind of a segment of the video. So if you want to learn how to play overall Star Realms, I'm going to put a link to the video down below in the description. So click on that if you want to learn how to play. But other than that, let's just kind of dip into Colony Wars and see what's a little bit different about this as opposed to just base game of Star Realms.
I felt like one of the big differences was that there's a lot of bases and a lot of them are cheaper. So I was able to get things out there protecting me quicker without having to just see all these awesome things that I just couldn't afford for a very long time. I was able to draft stuff and get them playing right away.
Yeah, so there's all new cards. I mentioned it goes up to 4 players now. Another thing it does is a lot of the cards themselves in the trade row they're a lot more interactive, and they're a little bit more creative. There's twists involved, and there's certain conditions that need to be met in order to fulfill certain things. So, as always, you're trying to find the synergy between different things. But I just felt like they did a better job of making new and interesting cards with this particular set.
While still being the same game.
Right, it's the same mechanical game. It's just a lot of the cards are just a little. They have more text to them and more things that they can do, more things that they can explore within that game.
Yeah, it is funny because a lot of cards do have more text in them, and so I felt like if you combine all the words in both of the games, there's just going to be a lot more words in this game, which isn't even a bad thing. It's one of those if-then. There's just so many different if-thens in this that bounce off of each other that there has to be, but it's not overwhelming. I used to have this problem. Side note, we're going to go on a little Bethany trail here. I used to have this problem when we first started really getting into board games, and one of the first deck builders we played often was Dominion. And I remember if I had to read more than 2 sentences, I just never bought that card. I'm
it was draw a card, 2 coins.
Well, no, that's easy. Yeah. But those big checks like that. What's that one in the Pirates where you the pirate ship one? Do this and this and this and this, and then if they do this, then you get this, or do this and this and this. So I was like, nope, not even. But I'm not even gonna read it. Once there's a period and there's more words after that, it is gone.
And when she doesn't read them, I just make up stuff too. You know what? I say this card gives me 10 victory points.
Yeah,
and
but
she's
I know the victory point symbol, so no. But I have grown as a gamer, and people have gotten really smart into how they word things and how little information you can put there to convey what you need. This does that.
Yeah, I think that at its core, this is almost the same game as the base game of Star Realms. But at the same time, I was so familiar with the base game, playing the physical game, just the base game physically, and then the base game digitally on the app so many times, I just was extremely familiar with it. So playing this game, it almost felt like, even though mechanically it was the same, each individual card was foreign to me. It was alien to me. I would look at it and I'd have to read each individual one and decide if it was a good move or not. And I was like, well, I don't know what else is coming up either, so I'm not sure if I should draft this or what should I do. And it made it a lot. It was very interesting. It felt different to me than the base game because of all the different combos and things that triggered off of one another and cascaded into one another, and all the complexity of the cards was a little higher in a good way.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting.
Well, and that's funny because to me, I felt like it felt like the exact same game. However, because it was new to Ryan, we are finally able to play competitively. Now, he still beat me, but he didn't whoop me. He just casually beat me. He didn't demolish me. And I think it's because it was new to him and he didn't have all of the combos figured out. So we were able to play in a more competitive way while it not feeling new to me at all.
So overall, if you are a fan of Star Realms, or if you like those fast, dueling deck building games, this is a great addition. If you want to play it by itself, it's fun. But if you need to mix and match it with the base game, and you're just going to have tons and tons of cards, and you're going to interact in new and different ways that you haven't possibly seen before if you're only familiar with the base game. And then there's even more expansion on top of this. So you can just keep on adding more and more cards to it. So that way every time you play, you see a new combination of things. It gets wild.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.